Now moving on to the breaking news coming in right now, Prime Minister Modi has landed in Cyprus. Well, this is a tour of 3 nations and his first destination is Cyprus. He's already landed there. He will be greeted by the President of Cyprus on arrival. You can see the visuals of him landing in Cyprus. And now this is the first visit of an Indian Prime Minister in over 2 decades to Cyprus. For more on this, let's cut across to India Today's Pranay Upadhyay. Pranay, although this is a 3-nation tour, and many eyes would be on Canada, but Cyprus also has a very important significance, especially keeping in mind the recent events. Can you explain a little bit more why this visit to Cyprus is important?
If you see the geographical location of Cyprus, Anjali, you would know that Cyprus is in close vicinity. It's actually in Mediterranean Sea and close to Israel. It's also a strategic partner in a way for India, because recently India and Cyprus have signed a defense cooperation agreement, a defense partnership agreement has been signed. India has placed a defense attaché there in Cyprus capital. President of Cyprus has received Prime Minister Narendra Modi in Larnaca, which is the southwestern part of Larnaca, which is the international airport of Cyprus. In the southwestern part of Cyprus, and as far as the Prime Minister's schedule is concerned, there will be a business leaders engagement scheduled today, and thereafter the President of Cyprus will be hosting a dinner for Prime Minister Narendra Modi. PM Modi will be spending around 24 hours in Cyprus before moving on to Canada for the G7 summit, and thereafter, while returning to India, he would also be taking a visit to Croatia. But as far as the India-Cyprus relations are concerned, we have seen that there is a convergence of policies, there is a convergence of opinion on various issues, and especially the significant part of Prime Minister Narendra Modi's Cyprus visit today is that he had to take a longer route. His India One, his aircraft had to take a longer detour to take a safer route, because the entire West Asia region is undergoing with the mounting and escalating tensions there in that area, and many of the airspace are closed. So therefore, Prime Minister's aircraft has safely landed in Cyprus, and today he will be hosting bilateral engagements, bilateral discussions, and some important agreements are also expected from Prime Minister Modi's this visit to Cyprus.
All right. Pranay, do tell us a little bit about the second half of the visit as well after Cyprus, the key visit for the G7 summit. Could you throw a little bit of light on that as well?
Absolutely, Anjali. Prime Minister Narendra Modi will be reaching the Albata, which is the state, which is a region which is hosting the G7.
Pranay, I'm just going to stop you here a little bit. We can see some live visuals coming in right now of Prime Minister Modi being welcomed by the Cyprus president. He is there for an official tour. He's going to be there for 1 day. This, as Pranay was explaining to us, is a very important visit. Prime Minister Modi is on his first foreign trip after Operation Sindoor. As we are seeing on the screens right now, he has landed there. He's being welcomed there. And after this, he will be going to Canada for the G7 summit. Importantly, G7 summit, earlier there was a lot of ambiguity as to Prime Minister Modi has been invited or whether he's going or not. But then he was extended the invitation by Mike Carney, and finally he will be going there. That is an important visit as well. But Cyprus also, in over 2 decades, Prime Minister Modi is the first Prime Minister to visit Cyprus. And there you see on your screens, he lands there and he is greeted by the official senior people from the administration and the government and the defense forces there on your screens of Cyprus. He will be spending 1 day talking about defense, cooperation, trade, cultural exchange with Cyprus. Also, as Pranay was telling us, importantly, Cyprus holds a very important position in terms of its geolocation. Keeping in mind Turkish-Cyprus relation also, this is a key visit. We're going to go back to India Today's Pranay Upadhyay. Pranay, do tell us, keeping in mind the relationship with Turkey, this visit to Cyprus, how important is it? Because we have seen Turkey and Cyprus sharing a very acrimonious relationship in the last few years. And now India, who has been, a friend to Turkey, but it seems Turkey has chosen sides.
Absolutely right, Anjali. Turkey has already chosen side, and especially in the wake of Operation Sindhu, we saw that how Turkey actively not only helped but also supplied arms and ammunition to Pakistan while during the humanitarian crisis of the earthquake. India was one of the first responders to help Turkey. However, as far as the Cyprus-Turkey relation is concerned, this is a very complex relation which has gone to the United Nations as well. The award which was given by the United Nations tribunals in favor of Cyprus not being actively honored by the Turkey, and there is a difference. There is a conflict between the Turkish Cypriot and the Greek Cypriot. So these are the two parts of Cyprus, and Turkey plays an active role in that area, in that region, and want to have its own hegemony in that area. However, Cyprus obviously, doesn't like it, and Cyprus is in the process of getting more support for that, especially the Greek Cyprus. And this is a very complex region as far as the geopolitics is concerned, because Turkey is there, the Cyprus is there, the Greece is there, and Cyprus has influence of both Turkey and Greece historically. But now the kind of involvement which Turkey has in the Turkish Cypriot region, which is the northern part of Cyprus, obviously Prime Minister Narendra Modi's visit will give a boost to Cyprus as far as the kind of support they are looking at. And also, as I mentioned, that India and Cyprus are also actively engaging in the defense partnership. So in a way, India is also playing the same card to give the taste of same medicine to Turkey if Turkey want to engage in this game and helping Pakistan. Not only that, we do not want to play at the tit-for-tat game here, but also the active business interests are there in Cyprus. There is around 11,000 Indian community people are there in Cyprus. There's a vibrant, it's a small nation, but it's a very vibrant Indian community. They do celebrate Indian festivals
Right.
there, including Diwali and Baisakhi.
Right. Thank you, Pranay, for that explanation of India, Turkey and Cyprus tie, and how this visit is going to impact and what kind of a message that India is diplomatically sending.